Hi, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Ellen. Welcome back to Johnnie Bennie Campus News. This week is Identity Awareness Week at CSB. The Intercultural and International Student Services Organization will be displaying pictures, stories, and theories that revolve around the concept of identity on the wall in Gretzky Fireside. They will also be focusing on ability in collaboration with Accessibility Services.
This Thursday, February 2nd, is Numbers Night in Guildhall. The purpose of Numbers Night is to connect students interested in careers such as accounting, finance, and IT with employers and alums to learn about career options, internships, and jobs while building professional connections. The event is open to students of all classes and majors, but students must have an interest in accounting and finance careers. A prep session will take place from 5 to 5:30 p.m., and the fair will take place from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m.
On Friday this week, JEC will be hosting a replication of the game show The Price is Right in Brother Willie's Pub from 8 to 10 p.m. There will be catering and prizes available to all participants.
If you want something to do this weekend, but are also hoping to get credit for it, there is an FAE opportunity this Saturday, February 4th. Step Africa will be returning for another performance that celebrates the uniquely American tradition of stepping. Blending this with traditional African dances and live drumming, Step Africa creates a rhythmic and engaging performance that audiences love. As always, tickets are only $10 for students. The performance is at 7:30 p.m. in the Escher Auditorium.
We now go to Maddie Morris with our political segment.
Thanks, Ellen and Tyler. A lot has happened in President Donald Trump's first full week in office. Here's our rundown of This Week in Politics. The president made good on his campaign promises by withdrawing from the Trans-Pacific Partnership trade agreement last week. Although the agreement had yet to be approved by Congress, the president's actions do formalize the U.S. withdrawal from the agreement. The president mentioned that he will soon start the renegotiation process for NAFTA as well. Last Tuesday, President Trump signed executive orders that cleared roadblocks for the Keystone XL pipeline and the Dakota Access Pipeline. Although the Dakota pipeline is largely finished, finalizing the last section that runs under Lake Oahe was halted in December when the Army Corps of Engineers agreed to reconsider alternate routes and begin an environmental impact study. The president's executive order does not move up construction, but rather requires the expedited consideration for permit requests. On Wednesday, President Trump signed two executive orders relating to immigration. First, he signed an order to build a wall along the southern border of the United States. And second, an order to cut federal funding to sanctuary cities. On the campaign trail, the president promised that Mexico would be paying for this wall, but Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto has repeatedly denied these claims. In an exercise of their right to assembly, hundreds of thousands have participated in rallies and marches throughout the country in the last week. On Saturday, January 21st, there were women's marches in every state and sister marches in various countries across every continent. On Sunday, Minnesota hosted its annual March for Life at the Capitol building, in advance of the annual March for Life in Washington, D.C., on Friday, January 27th. Women, men, and children from all walks of life joined these marches in a show of solidarity for their causes. That's all we have this week, but check back next time for an inside look at Inauguration Week in our nation's capital. This is Maddie Morris reporting for Johnnie Bennie Campus News. Back to you, Ellen and Tyler.
Thanks, Maddie.
In other news, President Trump met with the leaders of Fiat, Ford, and General Motors last week. Trump warned American executives to bring manufacturing jobs back to the U.S. or face the consequence of paying tariffs to ship their goods back to the U.S. He also pulled out of the Trans-Pacific Partnership that our former President Barack Obama had set up while in office.
The Mexican president has canceled his meeting this week with President Trump. After the cancellation of the meeting, Trump tweeted, "If Mexico is unwilling to pay for the badly needed wall, then it would be better to cancel the upcoming meeting." Speaker of the House Paul Ryan said in a meeting with Congress that they will continue ahead with Trump's $12 billion wall no matter what is happening in Mexico.
Finally, after fainting during the State of the State address, Governor Mark Dayton revealed last week that he is fighting prostate cancer. The governor told reporters last week that he learned he had cancer after his annual physical exam and expects to learn more next week. Dayton, who turned 70 on Thursday, called the diagnosis grim but not that uncommon, and he told reporters that he plans on finishing his term as governor.
That wraps up this week's episode. I'm Ellen.
And I'm Tyler.
Reporting for Johnnie Bennie Campus News. Enjoy the rest of your week and make sure to tune in next time.
you.